And then I'm going to be talking about Yoni eggs today and why you don't need one. So let's see here. It says there we are. Hi, everybody. I'm back here with you live today to talk about Yoni eggs. What the heck is a Yoni egg and why you don't need one necessarily. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining me live. So, Susan Morgan Taylor here. I'm a specialist in women's sexuality and sex therapist for couples, specializing in helping low libido women and their partners get back on the same page in sex and intimacy for the long run. I was just having a conversation with some lovely women yesterday as a guest on their podcast called What Could Possibly Go Wrong? Go check it out. They were wonderful. We were talking about Yoni eggs, and they said, I've never heard of a Yoni egg. So I thought I'd just have some fun here with you and jump on live and talk about what the heck is a Yoni egg and why you don't need one. This is a Yoni egg. For those of you that are like, what the heck is that? This is a Yoni egg. This is made out of rose quartz. So Yoni eggs are usually made out of some kind of a non-porous gemstone. I guess it's called a gemstone or mineral. I should know this. My partner actually deals in these things, and I don't know exactly if it's gemstone, but rose quartz. So whatever that is, usually a non-porous material. I have another one here that's made out of jasper, and you can get them in all different kinds of gemstones. Now, they also come in different sizes. So this is another one. It's a little bit smaller, and then a really teeny tiny one. Let me show you all three sizes at the same time. It's kind of fun to see them all there together. There they are. These are Yoni eggs. So Yoni is another name for vagina or female genitalia, but it really refers to the whole system down there, the womb, the vaginal canal, all that really awesome stuff that we have in our bodies as women. Yoni eggs are typically used as part of a Taoist sexual practice where this Yoni egg is inserted into the woman's vagina, where she inserts it into her vagina, and then she does certain exercises to begin to it's like a resistance training sort of, and begin to manipulate the Yoni egg using her vaginal muscles. So it provides some resistance, and it's a lovely practice. But what I want to say, what I have run into over the years, and what I've also experienced myself, as I have, I have several different Yoni eggs here, and I've used them over the years. A lot of women that I run into, they sort of have a bit of a hesitation sometimes around putting something in there, and especially the ones that don't have the string. So this one has a string, which is nice because you can do different things with the string, and you can also pull it out. But some of them don't have a string. So this one here is it's called like an undrilled Yoni egg. Doesn't have that hole in it where the string goes. And so some women just get really nervous about, what if I put the egg in and I can't get it out? And then other things we run into with this is it has to be obviously washed and cleaned in between uses. And it can just be kind of like another hoop we have to jump through in order to get to the place where we're trying to probably get when we're using the yoni eggs, which is really having that strength in the vaginal walls, which helps us with things like orgasm, lubrication, sensitivity, and also the ability to have, it can be really fun because you can develop dexterity in your vaginal walls, which then you can do some really fun stuff. If you have a male partner, you can do fun things with their penis. So why you don't need one? Because you can do all these wonderful things. If we're going for increased lubrication, increased sensitivity, easier access to orgasm, we actually can do a lot of the same things without needing to use a yoni egg or another implement. There's other things out there like Kegel balls. You might have heard of those. And, all of this means we have to put something in there in order to do the practice and strengthen the muscles. We actually don't need to do that at all. And for women out there, if you're a woman watching and you are experiencing some things like loss of lubrication or lack of sensitivity, uh, discomfort during sex, a lot of these are side effects that happen as we go into menopause and beyond menopause. These are very common symptoms that a lot of women experience. So learning how to have strength in the vagina is a really wonderful way, and actually how to have increased blood flow and doing yogas, so to speak, to increase circulation can be a wonderful, wonderful, awesome, and very pleasurable and fun ritual to overcome a lot of those common symptoms. So if that's you, I have a very special offer that I am putting out there that ends on Friday, where I am creating a course that it doesn't launch till January. So we're not going to go live till January. But right now, I have 7 spots left in my Pleasure Revival experience, which is a course where I'm going to teach you a very easy and simple roadmap for how to reactivate your pleasure and overcome some of those common symptoms like dryness, lack of sensitivity, difficulty with orgasm, and even the drop in libido that can happen because our hormones tend to change, obviously, at menopause and beyond. And I will be teaching you how to reverse some of those symptoms if you're already experiencing them, or if you're a woman who's kind of at the phase where you're going into that stage of life and you don't want to experience those negative side effects that can happen and often do happen at menopause. This course is for you, and I'm offering a very special deal. If you get in now, by Friday, I'm offering you 68% off, so you can get in for a highly discounted rate of $98. When it goes live in January, it's going to be a $297 course. And if I launch it again in the future, it's very likely as I continue to add value and make it really badass, which I'm hoping to do, the price is probably going to go up. So there is a bit of a trade-off, though, for joining me at that founder's level. And that is that you're going to be giving me your feedback over the next few weeks around what kinds of things you would like to see. Hi, Martine. I know that you're there. Thank you so much for being here. And Samantha, Jeff, thank you so much, everybody, for being here, watching me live. So the Pleasure Revival experience, this is a pre-sale invitation. I have only 7 of 10 spots left. If you are interested, if you're a woman at midlife experiencing some of those side effects and you'd like to get in at the ground level in exchange for giving me some feedback over the next few weeks, that's going to look like an email once a week every Tuesday with 3 to 5 very short questions that won't take any more than 2 minutes of your time. But you'll be able to help be a founding member and influence what I include in the course. Now, I already have the roadmap of what I'll be teaching you, what I'll be sharing you, but you'll get to have influence over how you are best supported. What kind of live support do you want? What kind of bonuses would you like to see? What time of day is best for you to do live calls if that's going to be part of it? So you'll actually get to help me create the course and really customize it to what you're wanting and what you're needing. So I'm very excited about that. And here's the thing. This course is designed to show you how to do these things without having to use products like this, like the Yoni eggs. Now, these are great. I don't want to diss this for those of you out there that maybe have used them or heard about them. You know, it's great if that works for you. I just have found a lot of resistance from a lot of women. And the truth is that we don't need to rely on external supports in order to have our sexual vitality and to revive it and to maintain it over time. We don't have to rely on external supports like, for example, creams, supplements, hormones. It's great to have some of those. If that's part of your routine and it's working for you, that's wonderful. If the Yoni eggs are working for you, that's great. But my point is that we don't have to become dependent on the external supports. And so that's something that I'm really passionate about, is this holistic and natural approach into really using what's already within our own body and in a way where it's pleasurable and it feels good and it's fun and it's easy. So if you would like to join me for the Pleasure Revival experience as a founding member, drop the word revival in the comments below and I will send you the link to grab that founder's special pre-sale offer, which ends on Friday. So we just have a couple days left. I have a few spaces left. And if you're really feeling called, I would love to have you. Or if you just have questions about it too, feel free to drop your question about it in the comments or shoot me a DM. And also be sure to let me know what do you think about Yoni eggs? What do you think about these? Have you ever used one? If so, what has been your experience? Have you thought about using one, but maybe had some resistance to it? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are as well about the Yoni eggs. So let me know your thoughts. I will be back here with you on Friday for another live. We're going to be doing Q&A on Friday. So if you have any specific questions that you'd like me to shoot the shit with you about, that's our weekly Shootin the Shit with Susan live Q&A. That's happening on Friday. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys, and have an awesome rest of your day. I'll be back with you here soon.